Hello there, this is Vargas, and I am back again with another alcohol taste test, alcohol opening taste test and review. If I have the pipe and the hat, it's pretty safe bet it's one of these. I haven't done one of these in a while because I am, unfortunately, a creature of habit. Once I find something that I really like, I tend to keep buying it. And one of my favorite combinations has been rum with Coke. Big fan of that. I tried whiskey, didn't much care for it. I definitely don't like tequila. I do not like tequila at all. Wines I like. I do like buying wines, and I do want to get into beers. There's especially the Iron Maiden Trooper beer. I've started seeing more on the shelf, so I do want to try that one. But my go-to rum is Kraken, the Kraken Spiced Rum and Coke. For a while there, it was kind of hard to find here, but they recently started restocking them, and I already bought a bottle, and it's delish. But when they restocked the Kraken rum, they also start stocking a lot more different rum. One of the things I envy the people that I follow on YouTube that do, specifically the Just Drinking channel. They do rum reviews, and they have a whole big selection of rums that I don't have here in Mexico. Even when I go to the US, okay, admittedly I would have to go to a specialist liquor store. I only go to Walmart or Target, and their selection is not that good. But here in Mexico, again, they started stocking different rums. And I was like, this is great. I should probably give one of these rums a try, and that's what I'm going to do here. Now, this... I'm sure this product has been out or has been around for a while now, but this is the first time that I've seen it in the shelves. So this is my first time coming across a bottle and the first time actually being able to taste it. And this is Bacardi Spiced Rum. Now, in the Just Drinking YouTube channel, they did mention that this is the not so good or well-made successor to Bacardi Oak Heart, but that I never even got to try that one. Again, the only Bacardi that I've ever had is the white kind, and I don't much care for Bacardi products. But this one is spiced, so it's not going to be as good as the Kraken rum because it doesn't have the same color. It actually has compared to the other one that's on the shelf, the Captain Morgan, which I didn't much care for Captain Morgan. This one has a slight, I don't know if it's the bottle or if it's the actual rum, we'll see. It has a slightly darker look than the Captain Morgan. The Captain Morgan looks a little paler compared to this. But again, I can't, well, it's definitely not the bottle because the bottle is clear. So the liquid inside does have a slightly darker color than the Captain Morgan. So we shall see if this is... I don't have that high hopes for it because it's Bacardi, and again, I'm not a fan of Bacardi, except the Añejo, and the Añejo, only the original formula. The new formula has not been that good. There we go. So first taste test, like I tend to do in one of these videos, is I try it as is, standalone. Has an alcoholish smell. Has 35%. We don't get well, the more expensive alcohols do have a 40% proof. This one's 35, so it's the equivalent of the Captain Morgan or the Kraken. I don't get any flavors by smelling it. Just a really strong hint of alcohol. So, cheers. It's not as smooth as the Añejo. I actually really like the Añejo. A while back, I got a bottle of the original formula with the original packaging, and that's delicious. I'm actually still saving that bottle so it doesn't end, because compared that to the new Bacardi Añejo, the new Bacardi Añejo is pretty good, but the old formula is better. I will say it does taste better than Captain Morgan. When I did that video on the Captain Morgan, that one didn't taste good. It didn't taste good standalone. Straight with ice, no bueno. I don't get any taste. Like for example, if I drink the Kraken straight, I can taste a bunch of different stuff. This one, it doesn't taste bad. Again, it doesn't taste as bad as the Captain Morgan, and it doesn't taste as smooth as the Añejo, but it's okay. I honestly thought it would be a lot worse. It does have a very, the alcohol in it really does hit, but it's not that bad. So now we're going to try it with good old Coke. Let's see. Good old Coke. Cheers. If I take more than 2 sips, we got something good here. Not bad. Not bad. Better. I will say this. It's better than the Captain Morgan. I know. A lot of people like Captain Morgan, and I gave it a shot, but it didn't taste good straight. It didn't really do much with the Coke. This one, it still has a very, I don't want to say aggressive taste straight with ice, but it's a lot smoother than the Captain Morgan. And with Coke, it's no Kraken rum and Coke. I'll tell you that. I don't know. I just really like the taste of Kraken rum with Coke. Something about that combination tastes really good. However, this is not bad. Definitely better than the Captain Morgan, and different than the Añejo. Because of the spices, of course. The spices does give it a little extra flavor, so it is different. It doesn't add anything to the Coke like the Kraken, but doesn't seem to get lost in the flavor of the Coke like the Captain Morgan. And it complements itself actually pretty good. With the Añejo, I can taste the Añejo, and the Coke just kind of brings up a different flavor. But this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, actually. So, the label says, same thing, the same spiel that all the other ones do. Yeah. It's all the same spiel. Yeah, the only difference is that it says Bacardi Spiced, and it says it's a spiced rum. The label also says Bacardi Spiced, so wasn't bad. Not bad. Again, I still, in my order of rums, I still do have to try the more high-end stuff, like Flor de Caña. There's a Flor de Caña that's on the shelves. There's a Matusalem. I've seen I can't remember the other one that I've seen, But there's a lot of different selection of rum now at that Walmart, and it's the only Walmart that I've seen that has that big shelf space for rum, which is cool. It's cool to see that the rum has actually overtaken the whiskey, the whiskey section, which is fine because I didn't really care for whiskey. Yeah, this was okay. I expected and feared it was going to be bad. It was okay. I didn't like it as much as the Kraken. That's still my favorite one until I try one of the higher up rums, but that's still good. Then the Añejo. Then I'll have to go with this one. This one surprisingly was pretty good. And lastly, I don't want to try Captain Morgan again. I didn't much care for Captain Morgan, but I can see myself buying another bottle of this and having it in the shelf. It wasn't too expensive. It was $172, 172 pesos, which is $9, $8 and change. So it's not that expensive. It's on par with the Kraken and a little cheaper than the Añejo. The Añejo is still at the bottom shelf. It's still the most expensive. But yeah, I can see myself buying another bottle of this, which is, again, I'm sorry that I'm bashing Captain Morgan so much, but I gave that one a shot, and I just did not care for it. I just couldn't get into it. But I can see myself buying another bottle of this one if they don't discontinue it, because that's the thing that Bacardi has, that it tends to discontinue their products for some weird reason. They just don't keep them on the shelves. The only ones that they do keep on the shelves are their white rum, and I don't like that. I like the Kraken Ghost rum better. That's my go-to white rum. But yeah, I definitely do want to try save a little bit of money and buy one of the higher up rums. But this was pretty good. Not as smooth as the Añejo straight, but still okay. I can see myself drinking it straight, but with Coke it does taste better. With Coke it does add a little something extra. Again, not as complex as the Kraken, not as the Kraken's just, it really brings up a lot of flavor. Different than the Añejo. It is a different flavor. And in my personal opinion, I do like this more than the Captain Morgan. It tastes better straight, just with ice, and it does taste better with the Coke. So those are my thoughts on Bacardi Spiced. I hope this stays in the shelf a lot more than other products that Bacardi has released and then they take away. But again, yeah, those are my thoughts. So let me know what your experience is with the Bacardi Spiced. Again, I had never seen this in the shelves. I knew it existed, but I never saw it in the shelves until recently, and I decided to give it a go, and I don't regret it. I actually did enjoy it, and I'll finish up my little Coke with a little bit more. So those are my thoughts. Until I see you next time, please take care. Please stay safe during these still really crazy times. If it's not one thing, it's another, but just things are crazy. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.